wanna play, wanna see it at the table, wanna act like they grateful. Don't mess with outsiders, y'all looking real unstable. If anything, they should ask me how I do it. Start taking notes, recording my every movement. I know that I'm the best and I ain't gotta.
What's good, everybody? We are here. Well, let me first say welcome to KB's community. And we are here today with Troy Tyler and Johnny Innuendo. What's up, guys? How's it been?
What's
How's
going
it
on, Ken?
Just happy to be here.
Yeah.
Definitely. Thank you for having us.
Of course. Of course. So these are probably some familiar faces to most of you who would tap in. Something you don't know, me and Troy go back to high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we were
Where y'all go to
high school days.
Menominee
Falls.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, nothing wrong with our school at all.
It sounded like a Degrassi.
It was a little
school.
quite. But, it was a little quite. But besides that, it was all right. Cool. Yeah. So, you guys recently dropped a project together, didn't you?
Is
the whole project together, or was
we dropped a single. We did a project coming out together.
Yep. You dropped a project though recently. Yes. Okay. Yes. So tell me about that. What's it called?
The project is entitled Thankful. It is a dedication to a close friend of mine who passed away last year. Just thankful for what he's taught me, what I've learned through, positive and negative situations. Everything wasn't good. We actually were on the best terms when he passed away. It was kind of hurt me even more. But I hope this project is a good enough apology, and he understands that I understand that everything couldn't have gone my way back then, and I've grown a lot. I hope you can see that not only in my voice, in my music, but just in me as a man.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, what is the premise of the song? What's the song about?
So Thankful. Kendall, aside DJ Ken, he actually wrote it. And then my engineer Tater Don and we wrote a verse, and everything else around it Kendall wrote. And it's just about, I'm just trying to live in my purpose. I'm trying to make sure that whatever I do to my full potential, my best ability, not only through, what my parents have taught me, but also through Christ, and just making sure that I live right every single day. I make mistakes. I'm a human. I'm a man, but I just want to be in my purpose. I want to be where I'm supposed to be, where God intended me to be, flourishing with my friends and my family and all the ones who've helped me get to where I am today. So, my boy, Big John.
Nice. I love that.
Thank you.
So, tell me about the project y'all are working on together.
You want to start?
Now you go ahead. It's the show, man.
So this project there is entitled
Sincerely Yours.
Sincerely Yours. I'm tripping. Sincerely Yours. And it's just a bunch of great, real raw R&B songs. One thing I pride myself on is staying true to my roots. So 90s R&B, Motown era, I kind of pull from all of those different genres in the early 2000s. But I think this album kind of, it's me stepping into a different version of myself. I feel like it's a more mature album from me. I feel like everything else has not been immature, but I feel like you can really see the growth in not only my delivery and my voice, but also the content. I didn't write everything, but I did have a hand in some of the writing. But, I feel like song selection for artists is just as important as songwriting.
Right.
You don't want to pick a song that's too far from your morals and who you are as a person. So it makes it easier for me to, sing these songs because they kind of already fit who I am as an artist, as a man, as a human. So I think this is just a better version of everything that you've seen so far.
And to allude to something Troy said, yes, some of the songs were written, but no one could perform those records the way Troy performed those records.
That's true.
So that's the big piece.
Troy be singing with his whole heart and soul.
Exactly. Because started with this project, I just knew that was the right thing to do, to work on this project with Troy. I had been wanting to work with Troy for a long, long time. I met Troy in 2020 at 201X Studios. We were working with a guy named JP the Truth at the time. He was working on a project with Kids, and Kids was also working on Sonic Colors too at the time. And it was this song called Tomorrow. My first beat I ever brought to Milwaukee, and Troy jumped on there, him and Tay Mystique. I'm like, man, this dude is cold. So like, I'm gonna work with him. This man denied my beats for like 2 years.
Did he really?
It wasn't that long. It wasn't that long.
2020, we got a project we started working on in 2023. So I'll let y'all do the math.
It's like I said, it has been a while.
Was there a reason for that, Troy?
I feel like
He gonna cap it. I'll tell y'all the truth.
I'm gonna tell the truth. I just, everything that I hear, I don't always resonate with. So,
Okay.
That's fair. It just took me a while to find something that sticks. And I'm type of artist that if I'm doing a song, I want to make sure that from jump I feel something. So if it doesn't catch me within the first 10 seconds, which is what they say, what you need to grab the listener's attention anyways, I move on from it.
Yeah.
So it's not always that the beat isn't good. It's just not where I'm at the moment.
Yeah.
I pull from my experiences in my life. So if it doesn't fit kind of what I'm going through at the moment, it's hard for me to write to it.
Yeah,
so,
that makes perfect sense.
So that's what it was. And I think, Johnny and I both had to grow.
Right.
Because from 2 years ago, his beats have grown tremendously. And I've grown as an artist. So I just think it was divine timing, perfect timing, God's timing, whatever you call it. And everything has worked out.
Yeah.
So we linked up at the right time.
Yeah, I became a way, way, way better producer. At that time, I didn't understand what it meant to make a song versus making a beat.
Okay.
So I used to clutter a lot of space at that time. Then I met this guy named E2, and he told me, listen to the top 100 every day for like a month. And the thing is, you start to understand how those beats are put and how to get space for like artists and things like that. Because y'all got to find pockets, whether you're rapping, whether you're singing, trying to find those different like cadences. And I didn't understand that at first.
Yeah.
So what was cool about working with Troy is it was early 2023. It's hey, y'all ain't got to see me and Troy live. But early 2023, I decided that I wanted to originally do this big R&B collab project. But as things were coming together, I was like, I'm gonna take this as a chance to do like the Troy Tyler project. Kids know me and him got this like rivalry, like brotherly rivalry. Like
anybody that knows y'all knows.
Exactly. And we like, hey, who gonna make the best Troy Tyler project? I'm like, I'm gonna make the best Troy Tyler project. I'm gonna put him somewhere he's never been before, type of deal. And I'm a natural 90s R&B fan, but I listened to nothing but 90s R&B for like 3 months to make that project.
Yeah.
Just to like pull from like those inspirations of those like cadences so that when I made the beats, they made sense.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's important to study whatever that you plan to be working on,
For sure.
Like, and even sometimes if I'm not purposely studying a certain type of music, if I'm listening to a certain type of music for an extended period of time, that's what I'm going to want to make. So, yeah.
And it's cool to do it that way because even from a producer standpoint, give y'all a hot tip, follow the artist y'all trying to work with. Troy was going on this stint where he was performing this song, Sweet Lady, like everywhere. So I'm like, all right, this man, he want to kind of go into a certain R&B bag. And I'm just watching how he performing and everything. I'm like, all right, he on some grown man
Brandon,
shit.
what's up, man?
So
Mr. Yancey.
What up, family? What
man
up?
Behind the pen.
Hey, yo.
Man behind the pen. Real quick, just shout out my boy Brandon Yancey. He's overseas fighting for our country right now. So thank you for that, first and foremost. Thank you for these hits, man. When you come back, we got some touring to do, bro. I'm gonna make sure when you get back, you still on the run.
Hell yeah, Brandon.
Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, definitely family.
He is definitely the secret sauce behind a lot of this. Like he was a huge help. He was instrumental in the beginning because I wanted to help Troy kind of get my vision when I was going for the project. But I'm not the strongest writer. Brandon helped with that like tenfold, and even Tay Mystique herself helped tenfold. So this is really a family project. So yeah, it will say like people see me and Troy here, but please go look at our credits, especially for a song we just released for You Know How It Goes. It's a bunch of hands that were on that project.
Yeah.
Because I think the problem that sometimes some artists have is you try to do this solo. If you have a team and you put the right people around you, you will go so much further.
That is so important.
Yep.
And that's something I struggled until I learned. You really do actually need a team. Yeah, Yeah.
That's one thing.
That's
I
another
appreciate
thing. It's hard to
from everybody.
trust people and know who's the right people to go into business with.
It is, and I feel like we've all been through our ups and downs with working with different people. But I've been blessed to just really solidify my team pretty early. Johnny is now one of my managers, partnered with my other manager, DeShazier, and I met him back in 2013. I released a mixtape on Dat Piff.
Okay.
It was it's garbage going back listening to it, but that's what got his attention. And then everything,
Right.
like it's like a snowball. And like to what Johnny was saying, when you find a team and you find people who aren't jealous of who you are and what you do.
Exactly.
Because I can't work with a producer who wants to be an artist.
Exactly.
Because he's gonna be looking at me like, damn, that should be me. But I can work with a producer who wants to be a producer and a manager and help with the marketing. So I can focus on what I'm doing.
Right.
He can focus on him. We're not stepping on each other's toes, and we both going in the right direction.
Exactly.
You can't have a car with four wheels and and only one is spinning because they all trying to be the driver's side wheel, front wheel. I need somebody on driver's side, passenger, and two in the back, and we all going in the same place, same car, same destination, just different jobs.
Yeah.
And find people who are hungry. It's cool to work with people who are already established, but if I don't make it off a record, they still eating, they still successful. So finding people who are kind of in the same category as me as far as notoriety. We all are just hungry. So
not everybody has to be front and center. Like every single job is equally important.
Exactly.
So everybody got to play their role.
It's just like a watch. You don't see a battery, but it keeps everything moving.
Right.
Somebody has to be the face. Somebody's got to be the hands. But the battery is just as important, even though you got to pop the back off to see it.
If not more, the most important.
Right.
The battery, nothing else works.
Exactly.
Because sometimes people forget about those behind the scenes soldiers that do things. Like we see the Steve Jobs of the world, we see the Jeff Bezos, but it's people that help Amazon operate, help Apple operate from like the day-to-day standpoint.
Exactly.
But it's good when you have like the person that's the right face. So that's why working with Troy on this project makes sense, because we know, hey, he'll be able to put it on his back and carry it. But he also knows he has us here as a support system, regardless of what happens.
Yeah. That's definitely the right type of team to have, where everybody is supportive of each other and everybody knows to just stay in their own pocket. And that's really how everybody is. So, yeah. Okay. So, what has been your greatest challenge in music, both of you?
Personally, it's confidence and consistency. I feel like when, because everything isn't like glitz and glamour.
Right.
There's a lot of hard work and a lot of sleepless nights and a lot of restless moments thinking about my career and how far it can go, how far I'm going to take it, if I'm the right person to lead it. People are like depending on me because, yes, I'm the face. So when all the back behind the scene work is done, now everything is on my shoulders. It's like everybody's my coach, but now I got to go out and perform and play. So, just reminding myself that, I've worked my ass off to be where I am, even if it's not at the top yet. I still worked hard to get here.
Right.
So, just to remind myself to stay humble and be happy of the small wins and not get discouraged when things don't go my way or when the situation doesn't turn out the way I want it to. There's been a couple times where I thought, oh, this is it. I'm out of here. I was in Atlanta for a month, made 30 records, and I feel like maybe only 2 of those came out, and that was like 2 years ago. So, doing stuff like that, the whole Rick Ross thing, I thought that was going to be a jump off, but it didn't. Great opportunity, but, I'm still in Milwaukee. So just reminding myself that, overnight successes don't happen overnight.
Right.
They just look like they do.
Exactly.
And just staying consistent with, the gym, my mental, my relationships, splitting up my time when I got to sing, when I got to be at home, be with people I care about, my family. I don't see my parents as much as I want to, but at the same time, I need my alone time. I need to be at home. I need to rest. I need to focus on myself. But, I feel like I'm being pulled in different areas a lot.
Oh, my God.
It's only just the beginning. Like, I didn't even get to, when I'm being paid to do these interviews or be here at this time, do this show, do this meet and greet. So just, being consistent and knowing that, it's just the beginning still.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, so we went over. Oh wait, you.
Yeah, Johnny.
What is your biggest challenge, Johnny?
delegation and situational leadership. I think what I always had to have a problem for is I'm a better soldier than I am a leader naturally.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a let me go do it, let me go do it, let me go do it, and I can do it myself. But I think it's realizing that that causes burnout and being able to really trust people like wholeheartedly. Like I think sometimes people give people tasks just like, oh, I don't trust you to do it, and I'll get back to it later. But no, like really, I know you're capable of this, and be able to understand that not everybody has to understand it as quickly as you. Give them time to grow and develop into something. Then once they become an expert in it, it's really like time off your hands. Because me and Troy, we have like a label together with Tay Mystique and his manager DeShazier that we're trying to build into something big. We got some other people that we plan to bring on board with us, but for that to operate, it can't be on the backs of either one of us. Collectively together on all of our backs, we can help it grow. We can take it to a new place.
Right.
But if one person just tries to take it upon themselves and say, "Hey, I've got to carry it. I got to carry it for it," it's just going to have everybody go crazy. That's why one of my mantras is, I want to build a world where artists can just create.
Yeah.
If somebody loves to do marketing, put them in a position where they can do marketing. Somebody wants to do A&R work, put them in a position where they can do A&R work. Because I think what we have, and I don't like the whole I got out the mud, I'm a one-man army mentality, because what it causes is it causes people to take forever to get to the place they go.
Right.
And Troy might have some information you need, and you have information that he
Exactly.
needs. And if we collaborate together, you can have that. And I think that was the biggest challenge for me is like, okay, now that you have those people in the room, how do you truly delegate and really, truly trust people wholeheartedly? Not just say it, but like actually live it and feel it.
Right.
Facts. And I want to add to that. And Brandon has said time management is definitely big. Also works with the consistency and make sure you get your rest. So that's important. And then also speaking of what you were saying about delegation, that's another part of having a solid team. Like Johnny can send Brandon a song or a beat and have faith that he's gonna write a good song, a great song. It may not be what we're looking for, so he may have to do some revisions, but he's not worried about if the song can be written. He's not worried about if I can sing it. I'm not worried about if he can produce the tracks. You know, so having people that you can actually trust, like you were saying, is really important because, you know, everything is pretty much off of faith.
Exactly.
A lot of people's biggest songs are the least favorite. Usher didn't like Yeah.
Yep.
Big Frank don't like Backpack. The Temptations didn't want to sing My Girl. They asked them not to sing My Girl. That's their biggest song. So, you know, just trusting the people who did those songs, like just trust Lil Jon with Yeah.
Yep.
Just trust Big Frank that Backpack song is gonna be a hit. Just trust My Girl because somebody who did it, you believe in. Right. So the fact that I can trust him and trust Brandon, DeShazier, and Ken's and Tay, you know, it makes everything so much easier.
Yeah.
Like I said, we can focus on our mission, our goal.
So how did you learn to build that trust with each other and to get to that point?
I make it a point that everybody I work with is my brother. I can honestly say that I have love for everybody on my team outside of music. So if I stop singing today, that's still my guy. You know, DeShazier is still one of my best friends. My DJ Snack Daddy is still my best friend. I can still go to the studio, chop it up with Tay. You know, everything. I trust them with my life. So I trust them with my music. My life is more precious than my music. So if I can trust them with that, I know wholeheartedly my music is nothing.
Yeah.
You know, and I know they have the best interest in me. You know, my dad's met everybody I work with. And my dad is a big part of my life and how I move because he's been here longer than I have and before I have. So I pull from his lessons that he tells me. My mom as well. So for them to get their stamp of approval, I'm good. Because my parents are never going to leave me down the wrong path. And now that they know that you guys aren't, you know.
I think for me, I got to thank 3 people within my life. It'd be God,
Facts.
my friend Corey Walker, and DJ Kids. I'm a naturally business-oriented person. So business. And when I first came up to this Milwaukee scene, I didn't care to be nobody's friends. I was like, we need to get work done. We need to do boom, 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 boom. But Ken's kind of showed me how to network and like socialize with people and really like become their friends. And even my friend Sakori talking me through that, like getting to know people will make a team even better.
Yeah.
Because I always felt like, hey, if you put the best people in the right roles, the team is just going to work. But what if everybody hates each other? Like we've seen great teams on people with the best people. And it's just like, why isn't this working? no chemistry.
Exactly.
So I really started to invest in like people, like everyone I talked to that see as like friends and confidants, KB, Troy, everybody in Blast Fort, Camp Shuttleworth, Most City, Genesis, everyone truly is like family to me, truly like friends, because like you guys add something to me, and I realized I had to make myself be willing to accept the things people can bring to me in the different tasks, because I didn't realize how much easier it made my life.
Yeah.
Because I can learn about different things like, whoa, I didn't know about that, but this person knew about it. All right, let me apply this to our business situation over here. Hey, you want to be a part of this? They say yes or no. Some people have said yes, some people have said no, but it helps us all grow and we share information. So I think that's been one of the biggest pieces.
Okay.
Facts. And like, to be honest, people are shitty out here. So to be able to find people that you feel like you can trust in and believe in, even outside of the craft that you all are working towards, is a blessing. So
absolutely,
even if we didn't do music, I love the fact that I can like we talk on the phone for hours sometimes about everything under the sun but music.
Right.
And I think that also really speaks to how good our music can become, because he knows who I am as a man. So Brandon can write a song and Johnny be like, nah, that's not gonna work for Troy. And same with my homie DeShazier, he knows that. So does Snack, so does Kendall, Ken's, like they know what works for me and what doesn't, and vice versa. So whatever they bring to me, we usually end up working on, because we already know what's gonna click.
Yeah.
He knows what mental state I'm in, so he knows I'm not gonna give him a party record because it's not the mental space that he's in. And that also goes back to the whole trust thing. Trust is the biggest thing, and faith that, you know, if Johnny gives me a beat, tells me, bro, I know you may not like it, I know it may not be what you're feeling right now, but I know this is going to take off. I know you can succeed in this. And
his favorite song on the record, on the project, is like that. He didn't like it at first.
Yeah, the favorite song I got on the project I didn't even like, and it's my favorite one now. So
is that the one you just teased to the single or no?
No,
okay.
No. That is, and I love it because I feel like I'm taking a step out of my norm. I feel like it, and I also felt like if I write everything's gonna sound the same. So
that's true.
This is really the first time I've taken the entire project and I kind of took a step back on the writing. DJ Kens has written a lot of stuff for me, but even then we write it together.
Right.
Like most of these records I was given were already finished. I had to put my touch on it, but I also had to have faith that, you know, I can take it, make it my own, and still be good as the reference. Johnny had to have faith that this reference is fire. Now can Troy take it to the next step? And he had faith in me for that. And that's how he moving. We move off of faith.
And they put things in the concept so people don't think, hey, it was just something that was given. There were 20 demos created to come down to 8 songs.
Okay.
20. So it was
created by you or by the team?
So created by the team. So me, Brandon, me creating the beats. So it took 20 demos. Brandon, we would say this. I said, Brandon, 40 beats. Nope. To get down to 20 for Troy to be like, yeah, Johnny, not that one. But there'll be certain ones like, yeah, there was a pushback, but we worked together, like, because what was cool about it, I would give this tip to all producers: know your artist, know the artist that you're working with, because sometimes I think like producers have this lit beat and they send the trap beats to R&B artists and R&B beats to rappers, and it's like, have you listened to that person's catalog?
Right.
You clearly let yourself know that you haven't listened to that person's catalog if what you're sending them doesn't match, or even have a conversation, because you never know what an artist is heading. So yeah, you might hear something in their catalog that might be where they were, but try to see where they're going. But I say all that to say, I knew Troy had released a song called Team Spirit, upbeat record, great record. So I had to name some of the songs.
Why you cheesing?
I love that song.
I know why you cheesing. Never mind.
It's a great record. But we had a record called Bottles. We started with that record because I knew it was like, this is a great follow-up to Team Spirit. Then we did a Chris Brown sounding record after that way. So it helped them kind of get comfortable in the process versus saying, Troy, here's this ballad. I need you to sing this ballad. Right. And like, man, I just came off Team Spirit.
Right.
Hey, you try to have me all in my feels and whatever, whatnot. Down to it's a record on there called Too Good. Yeah. Probably gonna be Troy's like most emotional record.
Yeah.
This is a good one
for sure. But we had to like build towards that, And this whole process for this whole album took like a year.
Mhm.
Not just Troy recording for like a year, but making the beats, getting them written to, making the demos. It took me from February to I don't think we started recording until like May for that whole project. And me and him finished doing the recording and final drafts October.
Really?
Yeah, we just got the mixes finished in February.
Okay.
And we're about to get the masters, and we released the first single in February because we did a bunch of stuff for that early. But we really were like diligent about that process and really challenged ourselves to say, we want to compete with like the industry. What does that look like?
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, it made me mad as shit because in my head, it was only going to take 3 months to do the project, and we were going to release it by that summer. What was the cool thing about working with 2 singers? Troy be like, I gotta go back in the studio, touch that up, man. I'm like, it's done. But then I hear the touch up he did. I'm like, okay, you kind of right. Like, it do sound better with this thing. So it really had to be that, like, hey, I know singing. Let me trust me with the singing part. I trust you with the production part. It was like, okay, cool. Because then you get the point, like, all right, that record is good. Then having the help of like Tater Don and just the entire team around us just made that process like. They even going through like the 60 name changes I had to go through was like ridiculous.
Name changes
for the title
of the song?
The album. It's a song and an album, right?
Yep, because the album originally was called the Seducers Playlist, but I thought that was corny. And I guess it don't matter. I bit off Drake for the title.
I thought you was going somewhere in that direction.
Yeah. So Drake's project is Take Care. It was my favorite album of all time. So that's where Take Care sounds like a salutation. So that's why I put Sincerely Yours.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yes, I stole from Drake for all the people that want to get mad at me for Biden.
Ain't nobody gonna get mad.
He's not a bad person to look up to in those regards. He's done a lot of great things.
Yeah, you did 90s R&B album off of Drake.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like Sincerely Yours just sounds like some R&B type of shit. Like, you know,
like a love letter.
Yeah, like you sending something to a girl or whatever. Even it's like anonymous. It's Sincerely Yours. Like you know who it's from. I ain't gotta say it. Just listen. So.
Because what I liked about the top title, like how Troy was presented to me. I'm not saying he is this way. Man, a little toxic, whatnot. So it's like, what's something that can kind of combine that? So you don't know what he wrote in the letter to that girl, but he said, Sincerely Yours, Troy.
Dear Darla, I hate your stinking guts.
But you listen to Project,
Sincerely
like,
Yours.
Even though it's like there's some toxic lyric in it, just the way he poeticized them makes it sound like beautiful. Because even you listen to some of your favorite songs, that it's a Lisa Stanfield song, "Been Around the World," and I that record, she talked about cheating on the man.
Yeah,
she's cheating.
I'm mind blown. I don't think I ever realized that.
What's that
I
song?
don't think I ever listened.
I wish he
enough.
didn't trust me so much. You talking about sleeping with his best friend's girl? I wish he didn't trust me so much with his girl. Like, but it's a beautiful song, but he ain't shit.
Even when this is Saving All My Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
But you start to realize it's the way they sing. You be like,
right. It's like undeniable.
Like even another song, it's I Wish by Carl Thomas. That man was toxic.
I was just listening to that.
Brent Fayez. I got too many hoes.
But that's different. Think about Carl Thomas. He said, man, I wish I never, you felt bad for him.
Right.
This woman
You literally felt bad for him.
Why are we feeling bad for him?
Right.
He's the scumbag.
You breaking up a happy home.
Right.
And he pull up to her crib like, how dare you be with your husband?
You got a man and a kid.
Right. He drove by.
I wish I had never met
I
this.
was like,
damn, bro.
Carl.
She got to leave that man for you, man.
Why did I just listen to that song yesterday though?
That's
why I was
real
classic. Yeah, that's why I was like, actually, you wanted something.
The other song I got, Piece of My Love. It's about messing with side chick.
Piece of my love.
You can have a piece of my love.
Oh, it sure is.
You should hear the ad lib. He calls her a dumb bee in the ad lib.
Really? What's
Next
that
time you listen to it.
song by the Temptations? Just My Imagination. It's about him watching another girl with her man walking down the street.
She knows him and
shit.
shit.
Yeah, it was him. Yeah.
Aw.
That's toxic.
It is a little toxic, but it's also a little bit sad.
It's just how you
okay, but do y'all know the song Kiana Lede and Kaylani talking about I hate that you ain't your best friend, and at the end they
But it's a great record.
each other. That was you had to watch the video to get that one.
No, I saw the video. Hey, I get it, but I love the record.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna stop loving it.
Fact.
No, it is a great song. It is toxic though. Toxic music we love. Yeah.
Because we all toxic to a degree.
Yeah. We all got our little bit of yeah.
We all like a little drama. What's life without drama? If it was all just good and easy, it'd be boring. Like you take the good with the bad, right?
You're happy with the sad.
Exactly.
All right.
People that make you sad.
Yeah.
No. I'm joking.
You're not joking.
Oh.
That was from the heart.
Next album's about y'all. We're gonna get paid off of it.
Yep.
This side don't work.
How rude of them. Buttons. Okay, so we talked about what your greatest.
Stop being emotional, damn it!
Yep. There's a lot going on.
Seems to be a fidgeter.
That is
I
funny.
am.
All right, we talked about greatest challenges. What have been your greatest accomplishments or things that you're just really proud of so far?
I'm proud of the man that I've become, even with the shortcomings, and as far as like my mistakes and stuff, I'm still happy with how I've grown musically, how I've stuck to it. You know, not being a celebrity, or I guess a big celebrity, you know, can kind of be like, damn, I'm doing this shit for it's about 11 years now, and I'm still in Milwaukee, but I'm proud that I'm still here. I'm making a name for myself in my city. And I'm proud of the family that I've grown to love and work with. I'm proud of things I've done as far as working with Rick Ross, met Troy Taylor, worked with Neo, Drummer Boy. We actually have a song coming out soon called Perfect Timing, shooting a video in Atlanta next month. I'm proud of the managers, Tim, DeShazier, Johnny. Proud of the songs I've done with Tay the Don, Tay Mystique, Kendall. DJ Snack Daddy and I have a residency at a place called Belly's Bistro every Wednesday and Sunday. Proud of that. We're still going strong. We're on year 2. You know, I'm proud of my family, my job. I'm a teacher, teach music. So I'm proud to still be alive, out of jail, and, you know, afloat. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. You know, I was supposed to make it past 25 and I did. And my dad was telling me that his favorite holiday is people's birthdays, the biggest one, because it's so damn hard to get to the next one.
Yeah.
Like we risking our lives every time we wake up. That bullet that shot the person down the street missed your window by 2 feet. You know that you don't even know about until that you miss out on. So I'm just happy to still be here and still be progressing in a positive way and not a negative one.
I love that. Yeah. Very wholesome. You're welcome. Johnny.
Greatest accomplishment
or things you're proud of.
Shout out Chris Beats.
Perfect
Perfect timing coming out soon. Big dog, let's go. Love that.
The greatest thing I'm proud of, I Beat You Kens to a Troy Tyler album. I want you to remember that and have that for the record. I think my greatest accomplishment is seeing everybody come together. It's my most proudest moment because we had like our like differences and stuff like that, but to see us kind of like come together and work on a project and see it in a team aspect is probably one of the most things that bring me like the greatest amount of joy. Because I feel like beforehand we were all kind of working in isolation, but with this project, it really showed that we could work together. Because even after working on that, like Sincerely Yours, I guess I give people like a little sneak peek. There's a record where Tay the Don and Troy Tyler wrote a record for 2 female R&B artists. I won't give their names out, but a phenomenal record. But it came off of that like process, just people getting in a room and working together. So where y'all hear like people wrote for Troy Tyler writes for other people as well. So don't get it twisted like he can't write, but wrote a phenomenal record. Like when y'all hear this record, you're not gonna be able to identify like, hey, that's Troy. But when you find out, you're like, man, he damn near could have wrote these things himself. But what it was cool about this is also be able to see the evolution and growth of people.
Yeah.
Like seeing that, hey, this is where we started to when we got here. Mia challenged me to become an even greater producer. I feel like I'm an actual producer now versus a beat maker. Like I'm no longer the guy, even though this says like beat maker, but I'm no longer the person that just says, hey, here's a beat. And you send a package like, all right, now you just sent me back what you done on my beat. Let's how we can make this a great fucking record. And like go into the studio with them, even be a part of the process of me and Troy got to learn the mixing and mastering process together. But like this is what separates a good mix from a bad mix. This is the mastering process and everything we learned on the process. I think that is like the greatest accomplishment. I feel like we actually got to learn a lot more about the music business and the music world in these last 365 days.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah, we've definitely learned a lot about the industry, about how things are done, about ourselves too, about our limits and limitations and how far we can push each other. And I want to speak to that too. Like I'm proud to see everybody's growth. We've all grown a lot. And I think it's more important that we've grown as people. Right. I feel like we've found just a deeper love and fascination with just watching each other become better people and be happy. Shazier, Snack, Johnny, Kens have all done amazing things, and I'm proud of them. And I can celebrate them and take a back seat. You know, I don't have to be the one in front. I ain't got to be the one with all the good news. Like I'm happy to see them flourishing. And through this process, we've gotten closer. We've talked more, and you know, just to hear like the small wins that they don't broadcast to everybody.
Right.
I think that's just another great thing that we've experienced throughout all this work that we've put in for this album. And I'm excited to just keep growing with them and keep, you know, just becoming better people. And you watch the movies of like these 5 old ass friends trying to relive the glory days and stuff. Like I envision that with all of them, and I can't wait for those days that we look back on moments like this in interviews, you know, that people may not hear right away, but you know, this is important to us. We happy to be here.
Exactly.
You know, nobody was like, hey, come interview, or come have an interview with us, with me. So just to be here with you is another thing that we're proud. You know, we're progressing in so many ways.
We're just some crazy kids straight from the suburbs.
Honestly,
don't think it's sweet, boo. You can still get murked.
Yeah, we've all come a long way just in this short span of time we've been working, and it's a blessing to see all my people in positive situations, you know, all around.
Yeah, so. I love that, and I love when people can be happy for each other. And
I can't stand a hating ass.
No, that's weird. Like
sit your hating ass down. Like let somebody else get the shine.
Exactly.
For a little bit. It's not always about you. So
exactly.
I'm glad we can celebrate together.
And it's good. We can all celebrate. You got black men in a room working together and like doing something positive, like actually strive for sorts of things. So I think as black men, we're adding a lot of things on the docket. We're showing that, you know, we're building a community, we're working together, we don't cheat. So like
black men don't cheat.
Yeah. we're looking really good these days.
That's great.
And you can't have no rebuttal to that.
Nah.
We'll get you canceled.
Right.
Yeah. Me?
Yeah, you.
I wouldn't rebuttal that. I love and support my black men. I love black men. I like to see black men winning, doing good things and positive things with their lives.
So we're gonna have a celebration of black men on KB's podcast all next month.
Yeah.
All next month?
Black Men's Celebration.
Black men. Wait, hold up. Next month is Women's Month.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, y'all over here talking about.
Oh, you Barbie. We knew that.
Wild.
Gotcha.
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 All right. So, what do y'all think has been working in the Milwaukee scene? Like, what do you think is going well? And then also, what do you think needs to be improved? So first, what do you think is going well?
I feel like we are getting a bigger platform thanks to people like Jody P. I think I'm saying that right. Whoever's on the bitch, I got G's, him, Big Frank, and the trends that they have set, Maya P, Lakia.
On my daddy.
Yeah, on my daddy. You know, so this all of them, you know, kind of building a platform for Milwaukee. You know, I think that's a great thing. And then I just I can only speak to the people that I really kick it with. I kind of have a real small circle.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think that we're working well. I think that Milwaukee can definitely stop being like crabs in a barrel. I feel like that's how we move. If it's not this person out in front, nobody want to support it. I get more likes on a selfie than a music post.
That part.
You know, I feel like the support is there, and I'm never gonna say I don't get support because I do, and I appreciate everybody. But you know, to have 6,000 followers and a song I post only get 70 likes is kind of crazy. When the picture I posted got 300, you know, so just supporting each other all around, not just when it's a picture, but you know when it's something somebody's doing. So upstairs is a bunch of Black people who are working in their craft, and they have people supporting them. So we need that all around. I feel like the support can be a lot better in Milwaukee.
Yeah, for sure.
But the support that we do have is it's a good start. But you know, we should be like Chicago. We should be rallying around artists. You know, Lil Durk do features with people around the city. You know, Chance the Rapper still has events in the city where he's there without security. You can walk up to him and talk to him and stuff.
He just opened a music venue in Chicago.
Yeah, and his drummer Sticks, shout out Sticks, had a jam session last year, and I actually got to be on stage and sing with Chance the Rapper.
That's amazing.
Like nobody in Milwaukee coming back and doing, you know, shows like that.
Yeah.
You know, people who have made it got to come back and help make way for those who are trying to do it.
Exactly.
So
you think it's a reason the people who did make it don't come back though? Part of me feels like, is it how they were treated when they were trying to come up, or?
I think that's a big part of it. But if we keep living in the present off of past emotions and past situations, we're never going to progress as a people or as a city. So yeah, I mean, I got the support I wanted when I was here, but this is still where I was raised, where I brought up, where everything that I'm doing and working on started. So I can't forget it. This is like my foundation as an artist. So yeah, I think that I understand people being upset about how they were treated when they were here, but you still got to come back and show love because everybody isn't against you.
Exactly.
And if we want to see our city be like a Chicago or LA or New York, we got to support each other like they do.
Right.
So
exactly.
What's going well? I think everybody's doing very well, like what they're personally doing, like in like isolation. Like I think I've heard a lot of great projects. I do see some groups collaborating, but what I think is hurting the city most is people not teaming together. And I feel like it's over a lot of past petty stuff. And I think people need to take literally a line out of like Snowfall. Like, you want me to mess up my whole operation over a way a motherfucker made you feel? Sorry for like swearing. But just seeing if all these people, all these dots got connected and people started working together and started focusing on the things that matter, things can grow. Because I think there's also people are stuck in the old ways of doing things. There's nothing wrong with that. But when technology and things evolve, you've also got to play those games as well and help grow in those fields. And I think what happens is it's unfortunate. It's fortunate and like unfortunate, but we're at that age of like, man, there's people younger than us doing certain things, and there's people older than us that used to do things a different way. And we got to combine both of them because both are like valid. Like you can sell CDs and you can still promote yourself with like a foot team, put up flyers and things like that.
Right.
But there are things you can do in the digital realm, running ads, getting people to stream your music. And I think what we're good at is throwing the shows, giving these events. But sometimes I think we get discouraged because we have an event and people see, oh man, there's only 10 people there. Perform for those 10 people, make them promoters, then they start telling other people about it. But what you can also do at that time is, did you plan your show like 30 days in advance and you were making people aware? Or did you let people know about your show 7 days before it happened? And
right.
Think about, we're adults now. Some people got to get babysitters. Like no one can just give up their Friday night as easily. And I think once people start taking those evolution and start working with people, start working together, you can really make something special. And this is not a call to action for everybody to work together. You got to have some discernment and know like, who are the right people to work with. But start really trying to grow yourself. Because I like something that Kanye said once: artists need to look at themselves as a business because you are a business. Right. And what are the key specific roles that you need to fill in order to be a successful business? Right. Because one thing people don't understand is it's okay to be an entrepreneur. It's okay to be self-employed, but you don't want to be to a point where your income stops when you stop working. Exactly. You become a business when, hey, you wake up one day, things are still flowing and money's still coming in. How do you get yourself to make that transition? I think that's the leap we struggle to make as artists, is how do we go from being a entrepreneur, self-employed to being like a business, like a running system, a running engine.
Yeah.
And also, like to speak to that, not all targets are stationary. So speaking as far as evolution goes, at 28, my target market might be 19 to 25. But when I turn 30 next year, that kind of moves.
Right.
I can't still sing about shit I did it when 25, when I'm 30. That's
Unless
not
you're
who
Drake.
I am anymore. Yeah, and I mean, and even then, at a point in time, like Drake talking about stuff at 25, and now he's 40 is going to get old. So
Right.
you have to learn how to evolve with the people around you and the people you're trying to market towards. And that's a big thing that we
Absolutely.
talked about as far as analytics.
Yep.
What cities are we the most popular in? That's how you base your tours. That's how you market your social media posts. I want all my things just caught at this time. This is when I get the most traffic. And working with different artists. I work with an artist by the name of Cypher. I was just in Dallas shooting 2 videos with him. And I was talking to my dad, like we are 2 different artists. He's a white guy, married, like 6'5" rapper, and I'm the total opposite of all of that. But we came together, still made a great song. There was still chemistry, and now my fans know who he is. His fans know who I am.
Right.
So-
Collaboration is important.
You only 5'6"?
No, Negro. I am. I'm 5'11", proud.
It's the opposite of 6'5".
Well, not, you know what I mean. But I'm not that. But we still were able to make it work, despite our differences in background and present lives. Still make great music. So
Yeah.
even though I'm not a dumper, I can make a song with a number, and everybody, we can mix and mingle and make things happen because, you gotta move around and be seen in different venues to be known by the masses.
Right.
You can't stay in Chicago, expect people in Hong Kong to know who the hell you are if you're
Right.
not moving around.
Exactly. All right. Well, any final thoughts? We're going to start wrapping up. Anything you'd like to add?
I don't know when this comes out, but March 1st, I have a show at Radio Milwaukee with Kia the Rap Princess. Doors open at 7, show starts at 9 o'clock at Radio Milwaukee, -radio. So if you're free, come check that out. Got a song coming out next month with Drummer Boy called Perfect Timing. Shooting the video second week of March. We got an album coming out, Johnny I called Sincerely Yours. First single is already out. You know how it goes on all streaming platforms. Next single will be out very shortly. But just stay tapped in, stay locked in. Shout out to everybody I work with. Tim DeShazier, Snack, Kens, Tay Mystique, Tay the Don, Josh, Brandon, Drummer Boy, Squeak, the whole team. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting me. I love you. It's just the beginning. We got a lot of big things happening this year, so I can't wait to experience them with all of you and as well as my friends and family and my team. So
We love to see it.
yes.
All right.
Johnny.
No closing remarks. Thank you, KB,
Okay.
thank you, KB, for having us on
You're
here.
so welcome.
Yeah.
This has, what's up? I'm sorry.
And make sure y'all book your interview with KB. This has been a dope experience.
Yes, thank
It's
you.
always
KB.
fun over here.
Yes,
You're
thank you. Shout
welcome.
out to
Thanks
KB
you
for bringing us
coming.
out, making y'all aware of who we are if you weren't already. So
You know who they are.
yeah.
All right. It's been
Belly's Bistro every Sunday, 11 to 4 p.m. I host brunch with DJ Snack Daddy, and every Wednesday, 7 to 11, we host karaoke. Belly's Bistro, shout out Mike Mills. Beautiful place, great food, great atmosphere, great drinks, great people, a lot of fun. Come on and kick it with us.
you almost talking.
Happy hour at Taco Bell from 12 to 2.
Bye.
All
right. Thanks for listening. This has been KB's Community with Troy Tyler and Johnny Innuendo.